We are ready for game 2 of this doubleheader after Bluefield College won the first one 13-7. The Rams have the brooms ready for the sweep against Montreat College here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel on the call. Glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield coming into this game 9-8, and more importantly, 6-2 in the AAC. Now, Anthony Arguello is on the mound for Bluefield College, the left-handed pitcher, up against a Montreat University lineup that looks like this. Lacasio playing in center field. He'll lead off. Rafael Padilla bats second and plays in left. Caleb Apshire batting third and playing in right field. Tariq Latchman-Singh, the cleanup man, batting fourth and playing at first base. Cole Cothran, the designated hitter, batting fifth. Brandon Evans, third baseman, batting sixth. Bo Fricks Jr. batting seventh and playing at second. Noah Medina, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Chris Wright closing out the lineup, becoming the backstop in this game for the starting pitcher, Hayden Franklin. But Arguello deals a fastball right down Broadway, and we are underway with a strike from the lefty. Millette getting the start at third for Bluefield. Zaps was at short. Wisner at second. Taylor Moe once again at first. Garcia out and left. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, snagged in that blue glove. Arguello runs over to first in time, and there is one away. Cobb in center and David Meach out in right field. The only difference from game 1 to game 2 for Bluefield, at least in the field, George Curbelo will be the backstop today for Anthony Arguello. Here's Rafael Padilla, the left fielder. Swinging a foul tip off of the body of Curbelo. 3:35 down the lines, wind consistently blowing out towards left field here at Bowen Field. Historic home of the Bluefield Orioles, Blue Jays, and now this year the Bluefield Ridge Runners. Comes the 0-1. And a breaking ball right into the zone. Strike two, a perfect pitch from Anthony Arguello. Pitching coach Garrett Schilling pretty impressed with Arguello and what he's been able to do this season. Rams only used 3 arms in game 1. Kaufman got the win. So for Kaufman, 2-1 to begin the year. Lowry did a good job in relief for Bluefield College as well. The 0-2. Fastball just missed outside, inches off of the plate, ball 1. Padilla taking a lot there to lay off of that one as Montreat 9-16, 0-8 in the conference to begin the year. Bluefield College 6-2. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a high chopper, could be trouble right side. Wisner plays it back. Leisurely throw to first in time. So the hops that have been really terrorizing the infielders on either side of this contest didn't do so there. And now with 2 outs, here comes Caleb Abshire. Abshire struck out swinging there in the 9th inning. All part of Lowry's pretty great outing through 2 innings for Bluefield College. Here's Arguello. Fastball that sails high. So the Rams won the first game of the series 7-6. And then after that walk-off win, came back here today and won the second game 13-7. That one is low, 2 balls, no strikes. But that's really not the story of that game because Bluefield College led 7-2, and Montreat had worked it all the way back to an 8-7 game. Bluefield only led by 1 going into the 8th. Here's the 2-0, swinging a foul ball off the mask of Curbelo. And the count goes to 2-1. Then Bluefield College put up a good amount of runs there in that 8th inning. 5 runs for Bluefield, biggest spot of the ball game after scoring 4 in the first inning. And after that, the Rams could really coast in the 9th. Did not give up a run anyway, though. And now they are trying to go for the sweep against Montreat today to hand them 9 losses in the AAC. Lefty-righty, 2-1. Breaking ball cut on, fouled away right side, traveling down the line, and bounces into the bullpen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Right fielder at the plate. Nobody on for Montreat. Arguello steps back. High kick and the offer. Popped up right side. Foul territory. Mo and Curbelo converging on it. And the first baseman makes the catch for an easy top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1, 2, 3 go the Cavs. And we're on to the bottom of the first after this. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel back here. Bottom of the first coming up. Bluefield and Montreat all locked in 0-0. Hayden Franklin now on the mound. Lefty. Jeremy Garcia looks at it, and it's called a strike across the knees for strike one. Garcia, leadoff man against Hayden Franklin. Bluefield College going for the sweep against Montreat. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a fly ball foul, shot off on the left side, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Garcia, Cobb, then Ozzie Millette, Clay Wisner, the second baseman batting fourth, Taylor Moe, the first baseman batting fifth, Elijah Lewis batting sixth, the DH, David Meach, the right fielder, batting seventh, and George Curbelo bats eighth as the breaking ball 0-2 bounces in the dirt for ball one. Anderson Zapsos closes out the lineup for the Bluefield College Rams that are 9-8 to begin the season, looking for their 10th win on the year. Also, by the way, this is a 7-inning ball game. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Here comes the 1-2. Garcia has to duck on the sinker that almost sinks into his blue batting helmet. Rams going back out here with the camo jerseys, white pants. Comes the 2-2. Swung on, fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count runs 2-2. Nobody on the pitch. Outside, ball 3. The Montreat trying to look for its first win in the conference this year. Here's a payoff. Swinging a high fly ball, hugging the line and left. Padilla traveling into foul territory and catches up to it to make the catch for out number 1. Good way to start out for Hayden Franklin. Garcia working the count up to his favor. Game 3, final game of the series. We're going to have Mike White, win or lose, for you after the ball game. Got this one started right at 4:22. Nate Cobb steps up for Bluefield College as the temperatures continue to dip, but a good amount of fans still making their way out, even in the cold, to support these Bluefield College Rams. A few Montreat fans as well. First pitch to Cobb, shows bunt, lays it down right side, could be trouble. Fricks charges up, and instead Latchman Singh jumped in front of it and bobbled the ball. So now Cobb is on with an infield single, squeaking his way on with a bunt. And Mike White, that's more the MO of this team this year. Remember the first year I got here, 2018 was the first baseball season. That was a Rams team that broke some school home run hitting records, but now for Bluefield College, some competent base running, some good small ball, and that's why you saw the Rams put up so many runs in the fifth inning, or 5 runs in that 8th inning against Montreat last time. So warning shot over to first, not in time. Bluefield College, Cobb and Garcia both got on with bunts there in the bottom of the 8th, setting the table for Millette. And then Wisner brought in a run on a single. Taylor Moe drove in a couple as well. Millette shoots the ball into right field, a base hit. On his way to third, Cobb. He sprints in, standing up. Runners on the corners for BC. Clay Wisner steps up for Bluefield. Wisner now with 20 RBIs on the year. Talk about such a great transfer for Bluefield College. Already making such a humongous difference. Couple of singles in a row for the Rams. Trying to go for the sweep against Montreat. Franklin checks on Millette. Here's the pitch. Lays off it. Hits the corner on the outside on the righty. So, down goes to 0-1. Wisner, the second baseman from Ohio. Graduated from Malone, now here at Bluefield College. The 0-1. Breaking ball, slapped foul outside of the ballpark. No balls, 2 strikes on the right side. Runners on the corners for Bluefield. Just one out. Rams trying to get on the board first in a scoreless contest. Bottom of the first inning. Franklin deals. Swinging a ground ball, bouncing left side. Played at third by Evans. Throw on to first in time, but good enough to drive in a run. It's 1-0 Bluefield. Over 20 RBIs on the year now for Wisner. And with 2 outs, Millette moves to second for Taylor Moe. We had a double with the bases loaded in that 8th inning. Really crammed the ball down the right field line. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch. Swinging a high chopper on a breaking ball. Shortstop. Medina plays back. Slings to first. In time for the out. So the Rams score a run on 2 hits, no errors. Leave a man in scoring position. We're on to the second inning in a 7-inning contest. Bluefield leads 1-0. Tariq Latchman-Singh leading it off here in the top of the second inning. Bluefield College leads 1-0. Anthony Arguello dealt a very quick top of the first inning, now up against the 4-5-6 of Montreat. Bluefield looking for the sweep here, and the lefty deals. Swinging a hard hit ball out to left. Garcia steps up and makes the catch. One pitch, one out. 4 retired so far for Arguello. Latchman-Singh got a hold of one in that first game of the doubleheader out to left field. Died rather quickly there. Now here's Cole Cothran. First time we've seen him today as the DH. DH in the first game was Caleb Abshire. He's gotten the start as the right fielder today. Tall batter on the right side. Lefty deals. And a fastball blazes beyond the plate. Strike one. Welcome here, Bowen Field, Charles A. Peters Park. Some more Bluefield weather that we've come to know and love. Here comes the 0-1. That one's buried in the dirt, getting a bit colder. I remember a few years ago, I was talking with Mike White at the time, and it snowed probably about 6 to 7 inches in April. And Mike, who's been here a lot longer than I have, said that's the most snow I've ever seen here. So the point of that story is it gets cold even in the spring here. 1-1, breaking ball. Curbelo did a good job of trying to frame it up, but it's just a bit too inside for the umpire's liking. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. 1-0 Bluefield leads. Nobody on in the top of the second. Comes a 2-1. Way inside on a fastball. Had Cothran dancing. 3 balls, 1 strike. Had a little bit of rain earlier. It's subsided so far. The 3-1 is drilled to left, a base hit. Another line drive. Garcia relays the ball in to his cutoff and Zapsos. And Zapsos will just give it back to the pitcher. So Cothran on with a 1-out single. Potential tying run on now for Montreat at first base, and that'll bring up Brandon Evans, the third baseman. First game we saw from Montreat. Gaunt's over at third. Now we see Evans, who's already made a play in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch. Fastball just misses inside to the righty, ball 1. Ball and no strikes. Arguello really keeping up the pace of this ball game, even with the runner at first. The 1-0 is popped up foul. Curbelo charges and watches it just fly out of the ballpark at 1-1. Bluefield has not swept a conference opponent yet this year. Wants to try to do that here today. They took 2 of 3 against Union, 2 of 3 against Milligan. I believe in both of those 2, the Rams were able to take the rubber match, 1-1. Popped up left side in the infield. Millette finds it in the gray sky. Could lose it, but he didn't. And the Florida native able to make the catch. Should say could lose it because that ball's up that high. It's roughly the same color as the sky right now. With 2 outs, Brandon Evans retired. Bo Fricks to the plate. Second baseman in game 2. Montreat switching it up with Wetmore now in the dugout. Runner at first on the 1-out single, Cole Cothran. Now there's 2 away. The pitch. Fastball and a pretty one from the lefty. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And at 0-1 from the belt. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. I'm not sure where that missed at all. That was a pretty pitch from Arguello. Maybe a little bit high. Ball and a strike. Number 10 at the plate, Bo Fricks. Came in as a courtesy runner for the catcher and Liriano in game 1. Checks it first, 1-1. Fastball inside. Curbelo does a good job to keep it in front. Now the count runs 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and one with 2 outs. The offer. Breaking ball, money right into the zone. Strike two. Really almost buckled the knees of Bo Fricks. Arguello looking for his first strikeout of the day, or just potentially the final out of the top of the second inning. Bluefield leads 1-0, tying run at first in Cawthron. Arguello checks on him, deals. Swinging a ground ball, shot on the left side. Zapsos tosses to second in time, and that is it for the top of the second. No runs on one hit, no errors, and a man left on base. It's 1-0 Bluefield as we head to the bottom of the second. Welcome back, everyone. Elijah Lewis up to the plate. 1-0 Bluefield College leads. Hayden Franklin still on the mound. This is a 7-inning game. Bottom of the second, Elijah Lewis, once again the DH, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, the lineup is virtually the same, except for Curbelo is in as the catcher, giving Cardona a break. Exact same order. Lewis, once again, batting in that 6th spot for Bluefield. Up against the lefty. Here's the 0-1. This is outside, scraping some dirt in a beautiful Bowen field. Mike White and company, really, and company means that the entire Bluefield baseball staff, as well as Rocky Malamasura, doing a great job of keeping this field playable. As the 1-1 is lifted out to center field, staying in the ballpark, Lacasio travels up and makes the catch on a sprint for out number 1. And Mike White, the head groundskeeper in the summertime as well, when the Appalachian League will get underway, the Bluefield Ridge Runners. It's going to be sponsored by USA Baseball and MLB, but they are no longer a MILB affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays, how they restructured the league. First pitch, swinging a ground ball from Meach over to second base, snared there, throw to first in time from Fricks, and now there are 2 retired. So I have them in June. A couple Bluefield players going to actually play for Bluefield, the Ridge Runners. Playing up against teams like the Johnson City, formerly the Cardinals. They're the Doughboys now. Pulaski is the River Turtles. And Burlington, get this, the Sock Puppets. First pitch to Curbelo is outside, ball 1. So the Rams went with more of a conventional name. The Ridge Runners have a cool train logo. 1-0 is fouled back, 1-1. Rocky Malamasura can really be proud of that, as well as one of Bluefield College's own, Jacob Key. Ball and a strike with 2 outs. Curbelo, first at bat of the day. Nobody on. Hayden Franklin trying to orchestrate a 1-2-3 inning. 1-1 is a bit high and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two outs. Nobody's on. The offer outside, 3-1. Nobody on. Steps, here's another 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Corbello up to the plate. Trying to knock a two-out hit. Payoff. High and outside, ball four. So Bluefield able to get a man on with 2 outs for Andy Zapsos. Shortstop for Bluefield. Making a couple good plays in the infield, and now we're also seeing a courtesy runner come in. Max Darcy on the first base as the courtesy runner. Zapsos long look and the pitch, trying to bunt with 2 outs and a strike called anyway. So the Rams trying to go with a little bit more small ball here. No balls, 1 strike. The sun doing its best to get out of that thick layer of clouds. I think that the Clouds are going to win today. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Evans playing up at third. Zapsos gets the call to swing away and lifts it into shallow right center. That will drop for a base hit. Darcy getting the stoplight at second base, and now Bluefield has 2 men aboard. Kind of right off the end of the bat, Zapsos cued it into right center field, and now 2 men aboard with 2 outs where Jeremy Garcia stands at the plate, the leadoff man for Bluefield, 0 for 1. First pitch. Garcia looks at it high, ball 1. Garcia with a table set. Corbello represented by Darcy at second. Zapsos at first. The 1-0. Fastball in the dirt, scraping there. Wright doing a good job of trapping it. Two balls, no strikes. Here's a 2-0. In the dirt, Wright once again traps the ball. 3 balls, no strikes. So Hayden Franklin in danger of loading up the bases here with 2 outs after he retired Elijah Lewis and David Meach to begin the bottom of the second. Bluefield already leads 1-0. Darcy at second. Zapsos at first, and the 3-0 is down Broadway. Good take by Garcia. Didn't want to swing on a 3-0, but boy, that was right down the plate still. 3-1 to Garcia. 3-1. Swinging a ground ball right side, through for a base hit. Darcy with a green light around third. Throw to the plate from Abshire. Bounces in wide to the left. It's 2-0. Garcia bringing home a run on a 2-out single. And Bluefield College able to score with the runner from second base. Zapsos stays at second base. Now it's 2-0 for Bluefield. And Nate Cobb steps up for the Rams, the center fielder. Two men aboard for the Rams. Pitch from Franklin. Outside right, keeps it down the third baseline after kicking it with the glove. So now it is 1-0 to Cobb. He scored the first run of the ball game back in the first inning. Remember, this is only a 7-inning game, so Montreat doesn't have as much time to climb out of the hole. They're digging themselves here in the bottom of the second inning. Zapsos with the big lead at second, 1-0. Swinging a fly ball, shot out to left field. Traveling back, Padilla settles and makes the catch for out number 3. But the Rams score a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 2-0. On to the third. Bluefield leads. Anthony Arguello still on the mound for Bluefield as we go to the third inning. 2-0 Bluefield College leads. Noah Medina leading off the 8-9-1 for Montreat. He swings and pops that one sky high. Shallow right, traveling back Wisner, and makes the catch. The second baseman traveling about 15 yards deep into right field, able to make the catch. And for the second straight inning, Montreat, 1 out, 1 pitch. Chris Wright, the catcher. We saw Liriano in game 1. Both teams electing to give their catchers a break. Open stance on the right side. Arguello deals. Swinging a high fly ball. Tattooed to left field. Garcia turns around, and that one is gone. So Wright took the first pitch he saw of the day on a ride out to left field, and now the game is cut in half. 2-1 the score. Wright. Big home run for the catcher. Flip the lineup card on over to Locascio. Grounded out to Arguello. That gets Arguello out of his slight groove here. That's just the second base hit, though. 2-1 the score. Bluefield leads by 1. Locascio really shot that ball up the middle. Arguello was able to glove it quickly. The pitch. Breaking ball and a pretty one. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Just been inside at 1-1. With 1 out. 2-1 the score. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled away into the trees on the right side. 1-2. Already 1 out here in the third. Well, giving up a run. Doesn't seem shaken, though, in that camouflage jersey and that blue glove. Here comes a 1-2. Just a bit outside. Locascio stepped towards it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nodding Arguello steps back. The lefty kicks and fires. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Curbelo, did he lay down the tag? No. Throw is there in time. And that's the first strikeout of the day for Anthony Arguello. Rafael Padilla stands in next with 2 outs. Padilla grounded out to second his last time up. Lefty, Arguello deals. Breaking ball, cut on and fouled away on the left side. Well, Bluefield with a couple of games coming up this Wednesday against West Virginia Tech. See what the Rams will be able to do if able to come away with a sweep today, keep that hot streak against the Bears. Another foul ball over on the parking lot side. So now, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Guello stands back in. Guello steps back. Comes the 0-2. This time he's early and fouls that one on the ground, first base side. No balls, 2 strikes. Being a little bit more deliberate now. Here's another 0-2. Ground ball on the left side. Good hop for Zapsos. Throw across the diamond. Got him. Well, Taylor Moe is playing a great first base today for Bluefield College. But a run scores on the homer from Chris Wright. It's 2-1 Bluefield on to the bottom of the third. Bluefield trying to escalate the lead. It's now 2-1 after the home run from Chris Wright, the catcher. Aiden Franklin with a little bit more help from the batting end. Here's Ozzie Millette. Takes a first pitch strike in the outside corner for strike 1. Ozzie Millette singled back in the first inning, left on the base paths. He's 1 for 1. Here's the 0-1. Carbon copy the last pitch, and somehow that one missed. So the count goes to 1-1 with no outs. Here's the offer. Swinging a line drive into right center field. Base hit for Ozzie Millette. Make him 2 for 2. Just a 7-inning game. And the Rams trying to add to that 1-run lead. Remember in the last game, they had a 1-run lead going into the bottom of the 8th. And Bluefield put up 5 on the board to end up winning that game 13-7. Clay Wisner's 0 for 1, but he drove in a run. Grounded out to third base. Getting a little bit colder here. Clay Wisner, pretty used to that. Playing in Ohio said that not always the best weather there either. Here's the pitch. That one sails outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Got to talk to Clay earlier on the recommendation of Garrett Schilling, who'd be a good guy to talk to from Bluefield College baseball, and he did not hesitate to recommend his second baseman this year. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a high fly ball out to right field. Staying in the ballpark. Abshire drifts back, makes the catch, 2 away. 1 out. Taylor Moe, 0 for 1. A double play could get Montreat out of the bottom of the third inning. Mo stands in, left side. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hangs up high, ball one. Here's the 1-0. Mo looks at it, called it a strike this time on a breaking pitch. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out to short, but Mo's got some pretty good pull power for Bluefield College. Ozzie Millette, confident lead at first base. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, bounced on a pull over on the right side. Now, I tell you what, Chris Allen, the first base coach, assistant coach for Bluefield College, when a foul ball is hit over to him, he does not flinch. Now, he was confident. He just played chicken with that foul ball. Now, it's not like it would have taken his head off anyway, because it was a bouncer, but it didn't move. That was a 1-2. Swinging a rip down the right field line and foul. Now, that time it was well off of him, but once again, he didn't move there. Ball and 2 strikes. Wind starting to drift in the bottom of the third inning. Just 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball. He cut on it and fouled it away into the orange seats. Those orange seats brought here from the old Angel Stadium in California, loaned to Bluefield College. Donation, I should say. How are they going to pay him back in seats? Pickoff attempt at first, a leisurely one. Latchman Singh doesn't even lay down a tag. That pitch is swung on and cranked to left field. Padilla starting to drift in front of the warning track and makes the catch to retire Taylor Moe. And that'll bring up Elijah Lewis for Bluefield College, who also flew out to the outfield. Ozzie Millette on with a leadoff single. Hayden Franklin, his team starting to play well behind him. Rams have 5 hits. Remember, 2 of them were in the first, 2 in the second, both of those being done with 2 outs as well. So Elijah Lewis trying to add to this 2-1 lead for Bluefield College. Ozzie Millette a big lead off at first and scampered back without diving. Two outs. Here's the pitch. Fastball buried low, ball 1. Rams getting the brooms out, trying to go for the sweep today, but Montreat, as they have done for most of that first game of the doubleheader, they kept it close up until the 8th inning when the floodgates really opened for Bluefield College. That was a 1-0. Swinging a ground ball foul down the third baseline. Ricochets off the bullpen. Now it goes to 1-1, and we're going to stop. There's a young man all the way from the dugout running to get the ball. It traveled all the way about 320 feet in the fair territory. It's a 1-1. Fastball low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Long AB for Elijah Lewis. 2-1 coming. Here it is. Breaking ball, shot up the middle, off the body of Franklin. He's ready to field it, throw to first in time. Franklin seems to be okay. That is one heck of a tough play by the pitcher, using his body as a shield, and the Rams fail to score a run in the 3rd inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Man left on base. So we're on to the 4th inning in the 7-inning contest. Bluefield leads 2-1. Caleb Abshire leading off against Anthony Arguello in a good game so far in game 2 of this doubleheader. Bluefield College leads 2-1 after scoring a run in each of the first 2 innings. First pitch to Abshire is a fastball that notches on the outside portion of the plate for strike 1. So there's a home run in this game, courtesy Chris Wright. He's one of the 2 hits for Montreat. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt. It was a solo shot. Evens up the count at 1-1. Montreat has hit 3 home runs today and lost that first game 13-7. So it goes to show Bluefield College using the small ball a little bit better. A 1-1. Breaking ball. Nasty pitch. Strike 2. Abshire was well out in front. And also you have to remember in game 2 of the series, game 1 of the doubleheader earlier today, Montreat committed 4 errors in the first 3 innings. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off, bouncing onto the right side of the backstop and kicking back out onto the first base end. Bluefield College only committed 1 error in that first game. Trying to keep a clean style of play, which as we saw, really helped them in game 1. The pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch low. Tag applied, Curbelo. Strike 3. Abshire goes down. Second strikeout for the starter, Arguello. And Tariq Latchman-Singh only saw 1 pitch. Flew the ball deep out to left field. A couple of Canadian geese fly overhead. Garcia plays about 5 feet in front of the warning track. He's playing pretty deep for the power hitter in Latchman-Singh. First pitch. Breaking ball just misses the meat of the plate outside and low. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Arguello deals. Swing and a miss. Adam sawed off on inside on the off speed. Top of the 4th inning. It's a 7-inning game, so it's even more meaningful in this one. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Well out in front again. The dugout pretty excited for Bluefield on a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2. Bounces in the dirt. Arguello going to have to walk that one off. Hitting the groin, and I was going to have to take a break here. Well, there's just nothing you can do about that. Well, takes a break and fights off what I'm sure is a raging stomach ache and the laughter of his teammates. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a 2-2. Arguello looks in. Curbelo is ready. It was a 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball golfed out to center field. Backing up Cobb. Makes the catch. 2 outs. Cole Cothran, one of the 2 base knocks today for Montreat, returns to the dish for the Cavaliers. In danger of returning to North Carolina near Asheville with 3 losses in a row. Right now, 0-8 to begin the AAC slate. Pitch to Cothran. That's inside, dances out of the way, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Arguello fires. Check swing roller right back to Arguello. Throw to first, high but in time. Boy, Cothran wants that one back after a check swing. He meant to hold up there, but just grounded it right back to the starting pitcher for Bluefield. It's a 1-2-3 top of the 4th. 2-1 Bluefield onto the bottom half. Bottom of the fourth here in Bluefield. Rams lead 2-1. A new pitcher now on. Hayden Franklin, as you remember, was hit by a ground ball from Elijah Lewis. Fielded it. Might have been his end of the day anyway. Daley Marcano now on the mound, the right-handed pitcher, up against David Meach, who watches a fastball miss outside, ball one. It'll be Meach, Curbelo, and Anderson Zapsis all up for Bluefield. Field lights starting to pop on. Game 2 of this doubleheader, only supposed to go 7 innings. And the pitch just misses outside, 2-0. Kind of an odd wind-up and delivery for Marcano. Brings that leg up, kind of flicks the ankle. Now the pitch inside, 3-0, just peppering around the zone. 3 balls, no strikes. Continuing this overcast outing. Each 0 for 1, the pitch. Ball. Whoa. Strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball out to left field. Padilla back at the track, at the wall. Makes the catch in front of the quality inside. Well, Meach sent that one on a ride. Got a little bit less wind than he wanted and is retired for a loud out number 1. And giving the quality in a little bit of coverage they didn't, and notoriety they didn't even need today. Down 460. Comes Curbelo. First pitch. Breaking ball. A mean one right down the plate. Strike 1 from the righty and Marcano. So Franklin, 3 innings pitched. Gave up 5 hits, 2 runs. One breaks outside as well. Also just walked 1. Comes a 1-1. Curbelo watches it bounce. 2 balls and 1 strike. Actually hit off of the umpire. Now the game balls 2-1. When flowing out towards left field, Curbelo walked and pitch. Swinging a foul tip off the body of the catcher right. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The field lights fully on here, playing night baseball. That was the offer. Sawed him off, ground ball, third base side, and Curbelo wanted to run, but they say no, it hit him. It hit him on the chop. So Curbelo, who already took a bouncer in the groin as a catcher, has hit his foot. He's in a lot of pain. And he did not want to run to first base. And it must have just hit him so hard because it bounced confidently down, about 90 feet down the third baseline, where Evans was able to field it and throw it to first in time. So now, Curbelo has to see another 2-2. Breaking ball, just miss. Actually, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Broke and hit it. So the umpire had called 2-2 when that pitch came in. Darcy comes in as a courtesy runner. And I'm not 100% sure if that just hit him and then went into the glove or what. Now Darcy's at first. We'll call it a walk. Zapsis comes up to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single. Lifted a ball to right center field his last time up. Big bend for Marcano on the mound. One out, here's the pitch. Sails outside to the lefty, ball one. Playing up at third, Evans thought about if Zapsos was going to square around to bunt this one. Big bend. Darcy with a big lead at first base. Comes the 1-0. Against the top left. Part of the strike zone. 1-1. Rams up 2-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Marcano's first inning of work forced David Meach to fly out to the warning track. One. Shows bunt, pulls back. Pretty breaking ball down the heart of the plate. 1-2. So now having to defend the plate here at 1-2. Darcy with a lead at first base. Zapsos chopping the bat behind his blue batting helmet. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss at a pitch low, and that is the second out of the bottom of the fourth. Left fielder Jeremy Garcia stands in for Bluefield. Garcia looks. First pitch on the outside portion of the plate, strike one. Garcia drove in a run on a single his last time up in the second inning and made it 2-0. Bluefield College then gave up a run on a homer back in the third. Comes the 0-1, runner takes off outside, throw to second. Darcy dives. He's safe. So now a base hit could potentially make it 3-1 Bluefield. Count rises to 1-1. Playing some more night baseball here. Count goes to 1-1. Garcia waits on the left side. Big lead for Darcy on the second base end. Comes the 1-1. Breaking ball hangs up a bit too high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Temperature continues to drop. Bluefield battling through this inning. 2 outs recorded. Meach on a flyout that nearly exited the ballpark, and Zapsos with a strikeout swinging. Garcia trying to push in Darcy, the courtesy runner for the catcher Curbelo. Left fielder awaits. Marcano deals 2-1. Swinging a shot off the mound into center field, base hit. Green light around third, Darcy. Throw to the plate, not in time. On to second, Garcia. He is safe. RBI single, advancing to second on the throw. It's 3-1 Bluefield. Impeccable base running for Bluefield College in this one. Well, it just hit the best part of the mound. Rocketed off into center field. Nate Cobb steps up. 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. Flew out to left. 3-1 Bluefield. Bottom of the fourth inning, only playing a 7-inning game. Rams all fired up. Another 2-out rally potentially in the works as Cobb lays down a bunt. Third base side, charging Evans. Gloves, throw to first. Not in time. Runners on the corners for Bluefield. Garcia to third, Cobb at first. Yet another bunt single. Been the story of Nate Cobb's day. Ozzie Millette up to the plate, 2 for 2. A little bit of wind blowing out towards left field. 3-1 Bluefield leads. Ozzie Millette at the plate with 2 outs and runners on the corners. First pitch. Breaking ball right over the plate. Strike 1. First time he has seen Marcano after Hayden Franklin pitched the first 3 innings. Gave up 5 hits. The Rams with a couple of hits here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the 0-1. Runner takes off, swing away. No throw from right, and two men are in scoring position as Cobb scoots on over to second base. Defensive indifference there. No balls, 2 strikes. Actually going to call that a stolen bag. He was ready to throw. Cobb just had such a big jump. So a base hit makes it 5-1. Garcia at third. Cobb at second. Comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the outside of the plate. And Millette goes down in 3 pitches. But the Rams score a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left in scoring position. It's 3-1 Bluefield on to the 5th in this 7-inning contest. Brandon Evans leading off for Montreat. His team now down 2 in the 5th inning. Arguello still on the mound for Bluefield College. Doing a good job so far, just giving up the home run to Chris Wright. Rams added another run there in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch. Swinging a high chopper up the middle. Wisner plays in the backhand. Throws across his body. Got him! 1 pitch, 1 out. Brandon Evans retired to go to 0 for 2. Clay Wisner, a heck of a play up the middle. Bo Fricks Jr. hit into a fielder's choice that ended the 2nd. Make it top of the 2nd. But Bluefield College, that's what we were talking about earlier. They have really been able to play cleaner baseball in these past couple of series against Milligan and Union. One buried in the dirt, ball 1. And we've seen in the past where the errors just kind of pile up and you can start to hear the opera music from Bad News Bears play in the background in your head. But so far this year, the Rams have played very well in the field, and plays like that are why right now they're 6-2 in the conference. That one is ripped on a line down the left field line for a base hit. So past the dive of Millette into the corner, on his way to second. Bo Fricks is in with a stand-up 1-out double. That's the 3rd hit of the day for Montreat, but now swing of the bat could tie the game with Noah Medina up to the plate. Chris Wright, the catcher, up after this. And it seems that Bo Fricks might have pulled something when he was running around the base paths. He got there in a hurry. We got the coaching staff making sure he's all right at second base. And they're going to keep Fricks in there at second base after the double. No, Medina. Home run could tie up the ball game, and a home run happened with the young man behind him and Chris Wright. First pitch. Fastball that hits on the outside portion. Strike 1. Well, the lefty on the mound has given up 3 hits, just 1 run to show for it. Has 2 strikeouts as well. Now no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch just misses inside. Count runs 1-1. Ball and a strike with 1 out. Big lead off at second for Fricks. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, hit on the ground, hard at Wisner, stumbles back up to throw, slings it to first in time, and Fricks moves over to third base, but Medina is retired. So now the big test comes up. Chris Wright went yard on the first pitch he saw. Right at the plate, biggest spot of the day with a runner at third and 2 outs. The pitch inside, ball 1. Oh, Wright absolutely cranked that ball he saw. The first pitch from Arguello. Arguello from the belt, 1-0. Trying to saw him off inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Got a 2-0. Stands back in on the rubber. Wright digs back in. Base hit makes it a 1-run game. A home run ties it up with 2 outs. 2-0. A chopper foul rolls into the Montreat dugout. 2-1. Playing inning number 5 of the 7-inning game. Win or lose, stick around. Mike White going to talk about the series win after this. Ready to go with a 2-1 with Fricks at third. Here it is. Breaking ball fouled back just by a little portion of the bat. 2-2. Wind has now stopped at Bowen. Ever so slightly flowing back out towards left. Chris Wright. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third in a 3-1 game. 2-2. Swinging a chopper foul, third base side, and almost into the dugout of Montreat. So the count still at 2-2. Pitch. Swinging another just skimmed foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Guelo still standing in a big battle here with Montreat's catcher. 3-1 the score. Montreat trying to steal a couple of runs here with a base knock. Comes a 2-2. Another one from Arguello. Swinging a reach ball in fair territory, and it's foul. This hit his own body off of the swing. Standing back in, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. From the belt, another 2-2. Swinging a ground ball left side. Zapsos has it on to first. In time, and the battle won by the starting pitcher for Bluefield. No runs on one hit, no errors, and Bo Fricks Jr. left at third base. We're on to the bottom of the fifth. Bluefield College leads by 2 in the series finale, 3-1. Bottom of the fifth, Bluefield leads 3-1. That was the biggest spot for Anthony Arguello. Runner over at third, he was able to retire. Chris Wright, the catcher. First pitch from Marcano is a breaking ball cut on, fouled away off of the awning and bouncing back into the orange seats here at Bowen Field. So the count goes to 0-1 with the 4-5-6 due up for Bluefield College. 3-1 the score. 2-run lead for Bluefield. They've scored a run in the first, second, and fourth innings. That breaking ball sails inside. Ball one. Marcano wanted that call there after it almost broke and hit Wright, Wisner, and actually just felt very close to the zone. Here's the 1-1. Another breaking pitch inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wisner is really laying off of it. Count goes 2-1. Marcano deals. Swinging a high fly ball down the line. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is fair. Home run, Clay Wisner. 4-1 Bluefield. That one hung in the air for so long on the breaking pitch, and Wisner tattoos it out of Bowen Field. "4-1 Rams." Great way to start off the bottom of the fifth for Bluefield. 8th hit of the ball game. Remember, this one's only going to 7 innings. First pitch to Mo. Watches it on the outside corner. Strike one to the lefty. Next pitch bounces outside, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Mo. Fouled it back and hit the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mo on the day, 0 for 2. The home run made it 4-1 Bluefield. First homer of the day for BC. Standing back, Marcano deals 1-2. High fly ball foul outside. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Stroked on the ground, first base side. Tough hop. And a toss to first in time. Latchman Singh snagged it, tossed it back to Marcano on a 3-1 putout, but it wasn't easy. Elijah Lewis with 1 out. Lewis 0 for 2. Marcano deals. Breaking ball zooms into the strike zone for strike 1. Only playing a 7-inning game. Bluefield leading by 3. Marcano steps back. Here's an 0-1. I was chasing high there. No balls, 2 strikes. Looks like it's exclusively breaking pitches from Daly Marcano. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball almost hit Lewis in that shoulder. 1 ball and 2 strikes. "4-1 the score. Comes the 1-2. Breaking ball cut on, hit deep. Staying in the ballpark, backing up Locasio. Camps out and snatches the can of corn for out number 2. David Meach up for Bluefield, left-handed batter with 2 outs. Inning started off with a home run from Clay Wisner. Marcano deals to the right fielder. It's called a strike. Meach 0 for 2, flew out to left his last time on a deep fly ball. Quick 0-1 from Marcano. Breaking ball, swung on, fouled away. And now it's 0-2. Bottom of the 5th inning, Bluefield leads 4-1 against Montreat. Trying to get the brooms out against the Cavaliers for the first conference sweep of the year. Looking out of that beige glove on the mound. He sets. Marcano kicks and offers. Swinging a high fly ball out to left field. Traveling back, Padilla at the warning track. Feels for the wall and makes the catch. Meach got to be beside himself. Back-to-back flyouts to left where he was about 5 feet away from a home run, but instead it is an F7. So a home run from Clay Wisner makes it 4-1 Bluefield. We're on to the 6th in this 7-inning contest. Bluefield leads 4-1. We go to the sixth. Bluefield leads 4-1 after the solo shot home run from Clay Wisner. 8 hits on the day for Bluefield. Arguello still on the mound for the Rams. The penultimate inning. First pitch. High and outside. Arguello's done a good job today. He's just given up 3 hits on the day, one of them being a home run from Chris Wright. He struck out Lacasio, and that is one of his 2 strikeouts on the day. And that one is a bunt in fair territory. Curbelo jumps out in front. Lacasio and Curbelo kind of got tangled up there with their feet, and the tag applied by the catcher. Everything seems to be kosher between the two of them, and the side and Lacasio retired. So, bit odd there. And now that'll bring up Rafael Padilla, who is 0 for 2. Three-run lead for Bluefield College. Arguello trying to finish off Montreat. Lefty kicks and deals. Fastball swung on. Bouncer right side. That is fielded in foul territory. But Padilla had said that it hit him, so he didn't even leave the box. No balls, 1 strike. Counted 0-1 with 1 out. Lefty battle here. The pitch to the left fielder. Outside and high, 1-1. So Bluefield College ready to play against West Virginia Tech on Wednesday as well. Going to hopefully have that on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Currently right now that seems to be a conflict with softball. At least going to have 1 game as the 1-1 is cut on and missed, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Steps back in on the left side. 4-1, Bluefield leads. Padilla stands back in. Here's the pitch. Just a bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mean, oof. Curbelo wanted that to be called. Padilla watched it fly in, confidently said that that was just a bit too high. It did not miss by much at all. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got it 2-2 with 1 out. Comes the pitch. And the dirt. 3-2. Welcome you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 4-1 the score. Top of the 6th. And a full count on the left fielder. Number 2 in the lineup. Number 16 on the back of the shirt. Wello with the payoff. Breaking ball buried, and that is just his first walk of the day. Took until the 6th inning. And Caleb Abshire steps up to the plate. He struck out swinging for one of those 2 strikeouts for the starter and Anthony Arguello back in the 3rd. Make it the 4th inning. They just want to turn a double play, back themselves into the bottom of the 6th. They are just 5 outs away from winning this one. 4-1 the score. That fastball is stroked down the line foul over the batting facility and out of play. No balls in 1 strike. Well, we got a heck of a schedule coming up in Bluefield College. So tomorrow, no more softball. On Tuesday, there's volleyball here at the Dome. Bluefield College women's volleyball taking on Bryan. Then Wednesday, softball versus Bryan, as well as baseball coming up against West Virginia Tech. And they counted 0-1 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball fouled off the body of Curbelo. And now there are 2 strikes on Abshire, the right fielder. Then on Thursday, women's tennis as well as men's volleyball on Thursday at 5 p.m. Women's tennis taking on Tennessee Wesleyan, and men's volleyball up against Cumberland University. That'll be on the Rams Digital Sports Network. The Mid-South Showdown. The 0-2 is hit hard on the ground through the 5-6 hole. A base hit. Padilla moves to second. Abshire is at first. And now for Tariq Latchman Singh. A home run could tie the game at 4 apiece. 0 for 2. Then, by the way, Friday, more softball. Bluefield College softball versus Bernal. And then Saturday, men's and women's volleyball at the Dome. So that's a great schedule. Very busy here in the two Virginias. 4-1 the score. Latchman Singh could tie the game. He homered earlier in game one. The pitch, swing and a miss. He was thinking that there on a buried fastball. Strike one. Rams want a double play to send them to the home half of the sixth inning. Remember, this is only a 7-inning game. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Waits the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball over to third. Millette tags third. On to first with a double play. Scooped up, not in time. His foot was off the bag. So Padilla taken off of the base paths. And Latchman Singh on with the fielder's choice. Absher to second. So now there are 2 outs for Cole Cothran. That was very close. Home plate umpire and the first base umpire want to talk about this. The Rams are ready to run into the dugout, and they call him safe. Zapsis was already past the mound almost. They said it pushed him off the bag. So Cole Cothran, 1 for 2 with a single. Same scenario here. Home run could tie the game. It's 4-1 Bluefield. Lone run of the day has been off the bat of Chris Wright in the 3rd inning on a home run. Arguello trying to go for the complete game here, potentially if we see him at the top of the 7th as well. First pitch. Down the heart of the plate, strike one. Counted 0-1 with 1 out, or excuse me, 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike. Cothran awaits. Comes the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball driven to left center field that will bounce to the warning track. 1 run will score. Here comes Latchman Singh around third. Throw to the plate is in front. It's a 2-run double from Cole Cothran, and all of a sudden it's a 1-run game. Abshire scores. Latchman Singh there as well. And the tying run is at second base. Brandon Evans steps up. Bluefield not going to the pen as of yet for Arguello. Just his 5th hit allowed. It's a 1-run game. Second game in a row where in the penultimate inning, Montreat has worked it down to 1 run. Arguello deals. Brandon Evans fouls it back. Now it goes to 0-1. Brandon Evans pretty much on time with that. Just didn't have the bat squared up. Go-ahead run is at home plate potentially. Tying run at second base. 4-3 the score. Comes the 0-1 from Arguello. Breaking ball low and away. Ball 1. All of a sudden getting interesting after Bluefield led by 3 at 4-1. 2 runs coming across for Montreat here in the 6th inning. Evans awaits. Arguello checks on second. Another look. Here comes the 1-1. Line drive on a bounce back to Wisner. He fields in the outfield. Throw to first in time. And the side retired. So Cothran left in scoring position after driving in a couple of runs. And for Montreat, that is 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left in scoring position. It's a 1-run game on to the bottom of the 6th here in the 7-inning contest. Jonathan Sylvester now on the mound for Montreat into the bottom of the sixth here in the 7-inning game. All of a sudden, a bit more interesting with a 4-3 score. Bluefield trying to add some insurance here. They scored a run in the home half of the 5th inning off of a home run from Clay Wisner, but Montreat working back with a couple more runs there in the 6th inning. Bailey Engel on the call. We're happy to have you along for the ride. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Bluefield College has already won the series with a 7-6 win last night and then a 13-7 win just before this one. So we are ready for the bottom of the 6th with the 8-9-1 due-up. Anthony Arguello gave up a couple of runs in that inning. He's only surrendered 5 hits today, but will it be Arguello going on in the 7th and final inning? Sylvester deals a fastball, and that one is cut on and fouled away down the line. Curbelo, he's been walked a couple of times today, and Darcy, the courtesy runner representing him, has scored twice. So that's just 4 runs for Bluefield College today, and 2 of them coming off of at-bats from Curbelo. That pitch goes right down the middle for strike 2. Curbelo, Zapsis, and Garcia all due up for Bluefield. Garcia has knocked in Darcy both times on RBI singles. Sylvester stands 0-2. Check swing and a fastball. Did he go? Yes. It was drop, tag applied, and Sylvester retires the Bluefield catcher early. Here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th, it'll be the shortstop, Anderson Zapsis. Well, Hayden Franklin threw the first 3 innings. Marcano threw the second 2. He gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, and had a couple of strikeouts with 1 walk. Well, he did well, especially in that 5th inning after giving up the home run, retire the Rams in order. Zapsis with a single and a strikeout. Launches that one high for ball 1. Corner infielder on this third base side, Evans playing in. Zapsis getting the swing away call here. That one goes inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Rams only lead by 1. It's 4-3 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. And the 2-0 is gapped up the middle, base hit. Second hit of the day for Zapsis. Onto the top of the lineup with Jeremy Garcia. 2 for 3. A couple of singles, couple of RBIs. Now, this is where it gets really fun for Bluefield because this is where they have played small ball with their very fast base runners. Zapsis, Garcia, Nate Cobb with a couple of bunt singles today. His last time up, he did get on with a bunt single. He's on deck. Garcia and the swing away call. That one's just a bit high for ball 1. Bluefield wants to get the brooms out. Want some insurance before that. Pickoff attempt, slow, and a tag applied by Latchman Singh, not in time. Remember, back in game 1 of this doubleheader, Bluefield led 8-7, so kind of like what we saw here in the 8th inning. And then the Rams put up 5 runs. So a 1-run lead going into the penultimate inning and added a few runs. That one's low. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Small lead for Zapsos at first. See if he tries to test right the 2-0. Swinging on another hard hit ground ball up the middle, snared at short, tossed to second in time, on to first. Did not get him, but the lead runner taken off. So Medina doing a great job to toss the ball to Fricks. And Garcia is on with a fielder's choice for Nate Cobb. 4-3 the score. Rams with a 1-run lead, 9-5 as far as hits go for Bluefield. Slight little bit of wind breezing out towards left field on an overcast day in Bluefield. Cobb trying to add to this one-run lead. Garcia takes off, right throws to second. It's off target. That hit someone. Garcia tags the bag at second and runs on to third base. He is safe. So the throw is off to the right. Could not tell initially if that hit either Medina, the shortstop, Fricks, the second baseman, or actually Garcia. So now Garcia's over at third. A base hit makes it 5-3 Bluefield. One ball, no strikes. It's a bit high there. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt trying to squeeze the run home, and it's now 1-1. With 2 outs. Runner at third and a 1-1 count for Cobb. Comes a 1-1. It's buried, but snared by right. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. A little bit of wind flowing out towards left field. Cobb trying to rip one. Garcia waits at third base. Comes a 2-1. Breaking ball hangs up high. Ball 3. And a batter's count to Bluefield College's center fielder. On to the 7th after this, the final inning. Who will Bluefield put in to try to end the ball game? But before that, want to hit here. 3-1. Sylvester fires. 3-1, golfed on the ground over to second base. Gobbled up there. Fricks throws to first in time, and that is it for the 6th inning. So Bluefield College fails to score another additional insurance run. We are on to the 7th inning. It is 4-3 Bluefield. Rams 3 outs away from a sweep, but Montreat with a head full of steam trying to come back in this one. Bo Fricks Jr. stands in 4-3 the score. Anthony Arguello getting the nod to try to complete a game for Bluefield on the mound. Bo Fricks Jr., the second baseman, doubled his last time up, and he was left at third. 4-3, Rams 3 outs away from winning this one in a 7-inning contest. The pitch, breaking ball right over the plate, strike 1. Fricks has hit the ball twice. Hit into a fielder's choice that ended the top of the second. He's just 0 for 2. Arguello has had a great day. See if it continues here, the 0-1. Another breaking ball that missed just a little low. Ball and a strike. Stands in, the lefty fires. Swing and a miss, got him reaching outside, strike 2. So it'll be Fricks, Medina, and Chris Wright who hit that home run. 2 runs coming across for Montreat in the 6th inning. Now here we are in the 7th, trying to avoid a sweep and an 0-9 start to the conference slate for Montreat. Rams currently 6-2 in the AAC. Ball and 2 strikes. Steps back. Here's the 1-2. Outside. Oh, he almost got him. That just missed. Two balls, two strikes. The lefty forced to throw another one here. Fricks awaits. The 2-2. That's outside. Ball three. So trying to avoid putting the tying run on board with no outs. Nods. Curbelo awaits. Here's the payoff. Swinging a high fly ball out to left field. Garcia turns around, and that one hits the base of the wall. Fricks onto second, and it stays into the base of the wall for a ground rule double. And Montreat would have rather that one just kick off because Fricks likely, after the rebound, could have gotten to third. So now, leadoff man on at second base, Mike White, going out to the mound now to potentially take Arguello out of the ball game. It's 4-3. And for Bluefield, looks like Arguello's day is done. So 4-3 the score. It's a one-run lead for Bluefield College. A man coming out of the bullpen trying to ice this one when we come back at the Rams Digital Sports Network. Justin Coleman now on the mound for Bluefield College. Coleman, the right-handed pitcher coming in for Arguello, the lefty. So now it's a righty-righty matchup on the shortstop who's 0 for 2 today. Game-tying run is at second base with no outs. We're in the seventh and final inning of this doubleheader, showing Bud pulls back, and the fastball is buried outside and low. Coleman transferred from JUCO for BC, Cleveland State Community College, native of Maryville, Tennessee. 6'1", 213-pound right-handed pitcher. Medina trying to show bunt. Likely with this pitch coming, he does. 1-0. Pulls back. It's down the meat of the plate for strike one. So obviously trying to bring home the runner on a sacrifice fly. See what Bluefield is able to do if this bunt works with Medina. Coleman coming set. Comes a 1-1, shows bunt. Once again, pulls back. It's called a strike, so that's huge for Coleman. See if Medina is told to swing away here. Base hit will tie the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Medina, the shortstop, Number 7 on the right side. Coleman with a long peek in. Up in the count 1-2. Checking second. Coleman kicks and offers. Breaking ball swung on. Ground ball third base side. Millette checks down the runner. Throws to first in time for the out. That's a huge out. Medina tried to bunt him over to third. And now for Chris Wright, a humongous spot. Remember, he smacked the ball over the left field wall back in the third inning on Arguello, whose day is done after 6 innings. And Wright stands up at the plate. Bluefield College. All the hopes on Coleman right now to defend this 1-run lead. It's 4-3. First pitch. Wright looks at the breaking ball. Curbelo slides over to the right, kicks up some dust in the process. 1 ball, no strikes. Wright grounded out to short with the runner at third, and it was Bo Fricks that time as well. So Fricks is on at second with a double, his second double of the day. It was a ground rule double. Ball got stuck under the left field wall. Comes the 1-0. There's a fastball in the right corner. Strike 1, 1-1. Catcher did not play in the first game. Chris Wright, big threat at the plate right now. 1-1. 6 hits on the day for Montreat. The last one, a very loud one. Base hit could make it a tie game. Ready for the 1-1. Outside, backhanded stab, Curbelo. Tosses it right back to the pitcher. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rams have led the whole game, led by as much as 3. It was 4-1 going into the 6th inning. Now 4-3. Bo Fricks Jr. on at second with a double, time called. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Coleman, and the save opportunity, deals 2-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Well, he favored that outside portion right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I don't think the Montreat staff loves that call. Might have a point. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right awaits. 2-2 the count. Coleman with a long look in. Coleman kicks and deals. 2-2, smashed into the dirt on a breaking ball, and the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It looks like Norman Kelly is going to be on deck for a pinch hitting opportunity here for Joseph Lacasio. Kelly hit a home run in the first game. Full count, open stance at home plate for Wright. Ready at the mound. The payoff. Wright looks at it outside, ball 4. And now the home plate umpire with Mike White barking a few times. Now we're going to see courtesy runner come in for the catcher. So now for the Rams, hoping to turn a double play here to get out of the ball game. Norman Kelly at the mound, or at the plate, I should say. And Ryan Pareda is the courtesy runner. So now a humongous spot, 4-3. Rams want a double play to get out of the ball game. Remember, this is just a 7-inning game. So Bluefield already has an out. Noah Medina grounded out to third. Bo Fricks Jr. at second. And Chris Wright on with a walk at first. And Pareda representing him as the courtesy runner. So Kelly at the plate. First pitch, watches it low, ball one. And now there's a warning to Mike White. A ball and no strikes. Kelly steps back out. Big tense part of the ball game. One was about knee high, and the frustration's building here as this game dips into the seventh and final inning. Kelly hit a home run in the last game. 1 ball, no strikes. Coleman awaits. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike in the outside corner, 1-1. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike apiece with 1 out. Kelly hit a ball deep to left. If he does so here, it would put them up by 2 runs. Lots of bark in the 1-1. Watches that one hit the corner, strike 2. And a slider from Coleman, a ball and 2 strikes. Coming up with a 1-2, Coleman with a long peer in. Once again, shakes off Curbelo. Curbelo calls for it now. The 1-2 coming up, Kelly at the plate. Here it is. Fastball inside and low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bo Fricks Jr. smacked the ball out to left field off of Arguello. That one got trapped in the wall at the bottom of it for a ground rule double. He has stayed at second. Medina grounded out to third. Chris Wright walked, and Pareda representing him as the courtesy runner at first base. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the final inning. Coleman trying to make it the final inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Huge strikeout of Kelly, who is in as the pinch hitter, and the Rams are an out away. Went with a fastball there. And a big missed opportunity for Montreat. So Padilla due for a base hit. 0 for 2, he walked. Rams holding on to a 1-run lead. Padilla, the left fielder, stands in. Tying run at second base. Coleman, righty deals. And the lefty watches it inside and low at the ankles for ball 1. Rams an out away. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. With 2 gone, Coleman checks on the runner at second base. It was with the ball in the glove. Checks Fricks and time called. And just lobs that one in. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Coleman an out away from the save and out away from the win. Padilla awaits a base hit to try to tie it up. The pitch, knee-high fastball, strike 1. And the lefty evens up the count by looking at that one, 1-1. 4-3 the score. All the Rams at the edge of the dugout in those red caps. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Padilla looks at it low. It hits the dirt. And Padilla throws up the hand to tell Fricks to stay at second base. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Rams have the brooms ready. They're an out away, but Montreat trying to throw those brooms back into the cupboard here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Coleman checking second. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Around third, up to throw Cobb. Throw to the plate, skips in, not in time. And the game is tied at 4-4. Chris Wright moves to second. Padilla on with the single. Throw to the plate was a lot closer than originally anticipated. And now it's 4-4. So Bluefield College will have to bat here in the bottom of the 7th. But Montreat trying to take the lead here. It's all tied up at 4-4. Right on at second base, make it Pareda running for him. Abshire up to the plate now. First pitch. Breaking ball, misses outside and low, ball 1. I know Mike White's got to be irate because Pareda, runner at second, would not be there. He thinks after that fastball that just missed a little bit on right, according to the home plate umpire, for ball 4. Comes the 1-0. There's a strike. Got it 1-1 as the temperatures drop a little bit. Bluefield College trying to send this one into the home half, just tied here with a 3-4-5 due up for Bluefield. Count it 1-1. Coleman checks second. Another long look at second. The 1-1. Breaks in the dirt. Curbelo keeps in front. One of these breaking pitches really are just cratered in the dirt for Justin Coleman right now. Well, Fricks doubled to start out the inning. Medina grounded out to third. Wright walked. Kelly came in, struck out, and then Padilla fought off a pitch right up the middle for a base hit. And Fricks scored from second base. That was a 2-1. There's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bluefield trying to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th, but can Montreat take the lead before that off of the bat of Abshire? He's got a single and a run scored today, 1 for 3. That was a 2-2. So we're going to ground ball, first base side, bobbled there by Mo. He wins the race to the bag, and the side retired. So a run scores on 2 hits for Montreat, and they leave 2 men on base. We are on to the bottom of the 7th. Bluefield trying to walk it off. When we come back, it's 4-4. Bottom of the 7th. This is only a 7-inning ball game. Bluefield College trying to walk it off here after Montreat plates a run on a Rafael Padilla single. Ozzie Millette, Clay Wisner, and Taylor Moe all up against Jonathan Sylvester for Montreat. Sylvester pitched the 6th inning, gave up a single, and tossed a scoreless frame there in the bottom of the 6th. Garcia got all the way to third. Millette up to the plate. The pitch, swing and a miss on the off-speed, strike 1. Bluefield trying to walk it off. Millette, Wisner, and Moe. Wisner on deck, hit a home run. The 0-1. Breaking ball is high, ball 1. But Ozzie Millette, 2 for 3 today. He struck out swinging in the 4th against Marcano. Hasn't been up to the plate since then. Ready for the 1-1 coming from Sylvester. He looks and deals. There's a fastball that misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Let up in the count. Florida native Waits, 2-1 pitch. There's a strike in the outside corner. Count goes to 2-2. Glenn has to defend here, 2-2. Watches that one. Boy, where did that miss? I'm sure Sylvester's got a wonder there. Ball 3. Mollett lives to see another pitch. Wright was ready to toss the ball around the infield. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Comes a payoff. And it's high for ball 4. So Ozzie Mollett, the game-winning run, is on the base paths for Bluefield. Wisner's got a couple of RBIs today, a home run as well as one off of a grounder back in the first inning. He hit that home run off of Marcano in the 5th. Home run here would end it. We're in the bottom of the 7th. This is just a 7-inning game. Tied up 4-4. Playing up at third is Evans. Wisner shows bunt and lays it down. First base side. Sylvester checks second, tosses to first in time, and the sacrifice is intact to move the game-winning run into scoring position. So it's up to Taylor Moe, trying to walk it off for Bluefield. And they intentionally walk Moe to put a force on every bag. So Montreat wants to have a double play here to send them into the top of the 8th inning. Elijah Lewis, good enough base hit here, could score Ozzie Mollett from second. Now, virtually, I guess for Montreat, you're thinking that the only run that matters is the one at second, so why not put a guy at first to make a force over at third base? So Elijah Lewis comes up. Moe at first, Mollett at second. Elijah Lewis hitless so far today in Game 2. Sylvester stands off. Lots of noise from that first base dugout for Bluefield College. Sylvester looks in and the pitch. It's high and inside, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Sylvester in for his second inning of work. Walked Mollett, potentially walked Moe. Elijah Lewis awaits. Mollett with a big lead off at second. Throw to second, skips in the tag, not in time. Oh, man, Mollett almost got caught with his hands in the cookie jar, but just jumped back. Wow, that one skipped in. The tag was so close. So I have to see if Bluefield still flirts with a double steal. 1 ball, no strikes. Elijah Lewis waits at home. Here's the 1-0, and no, we're going to have to wait. Sylvester toying with that game-winning run back at second base. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Small lead for Mollett, and the pitch. Fastball, knee-high, called a strike. Evens it up in 1-1. Warns him to get back. Elijah Lewis in a 1-1 count. Pitch. Cut and a miss on a 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 men aboard. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Base was occupied, so Lewis doesn't even get the chance to go over to first base. So now, 2 outs, David Meach. 0 for 3. Base hit here Might give Bluefield the win. Montreat coming back from a 3-run deficit. It was 4-1. Sylvester deals. Swinging a high fly ball down the left field line and foul. A little late. Meach, remember, has hit a couple of deep balls out to the warning track in left field. Meach down in the count 0-1. Here's the offer. Right over the plate, strike 2. So now the Rams down to their final strike in the bottom of the 7th. He's forced to defend the plate early here, Sylvester. Ball in the glove. 2 men aboard for Bluefield. The 0-2. High, ball 1. A little bit of wind flowing out towards left. Meach has shown he's got a little bit of opposite field pop. The right fielder trying to sneak a base hit through to give Bluefield the win. Ball and 2 strikes. Shoulder shrug, 1-2. High and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count at 2-2 with 2 outs. Shoulder shrug offer. Swinging a ground ball, leaking on the first base side. Latchman has it, and we are on to extra innings. So Montreat, trying to avoid the sweep, have been able to do so far. We're on to the 8th in this originally scheduled 7-inning game here in Bluefield. Coleman on the mound. Here we are in extra innings, top of the 8th. The breaking ball is outside on Latchman for ball 1. Bluefield led 4-1 going into the 6th inning, and for the second straight game, Montreat comes back and makes it interesting, and even more interesting now. They've been able to tie it up for the first time since it was 0-0. 1-0. High and outside. 4-5-6 up. It's Latchman, Cothran, and Evans. Latchman reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th. He's 0 for 3 with a run scored. Comes the 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. 4-4 the score. Bluefield had Montreat down to its final out. And the Cavs were able to come back. Big swing and a miss for Latchman. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coleman nods yes. Starts with a 2-2 rockin' offer. Swinging a foul tip driven back to that backstop, and we'll stay at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Cawthron on deck. There's another 2-2. Swinging a foul tip, bouncing to the on-deck circle. So once again, another breaking ball. Rams trying to send it over into the bottom of the 8th, just still tied with Curbelo, Zapsis, and Garcia. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chasing high was dropped by Curbelo. Throw to the first baseman, Taylor Moe, is caught for the first out of the 8th. Big strikeout there. Could have been trouble. Latchman Singh turned around, realized that he dropped it, had to run to first. Now there is 1 away. Cole Cawthron, he's a big part of the reason why we're in this mess. A 2-run double off of Arguello in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Hit him. Fastball on the first pitch. Cawthron hit by a pitch, and now the potential go-ahead run is at first base. And it looks like Pareda is going to come in as the pinch runner for the DH. Evans is 0 for 3. It's grounded out to second twice. Bluefield trying to go for the sweep right now, tied up. Montreat searching for its first conference win of the year. Evans is the third baseman in Game 2. We didn't see him in Game 1. Well, big spot here with that maroon and orange bat. The pitch. Swinging a high fly ball down the left field line. That is fair, and it skips onto the wall. Bobbled by Garcia. Throw into Zapsis. He'll eat it. Another double. Brandon Evans with his first hit of the day knocks Cawthron into scoring position at third, and Evans joins him in scoring position with a 1-out double. So Pareda at third, Evans at second, Bo Fricks Jr., 2 doubles in a row. And now he's up to the plate, 2 for 3. Infield in for Bluefield. Expected to do so here. First pitch to Fricks. Breaking ball, he waved through it. Curbelo keeps in front, strike 1. Fricks hit a double the last time out that smashed itself into the bottom of the wall for a ground rule double. He came around to score the game-tying run in the 7th inning. Remember, this was only supposed to be a 7-inning game. So we're in a walk-off situation here for Bluefield if they're able to come back into the bottom of the 8th in a scoreless game, or excuse me, a tied game at 4-4. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, fished through it again. Once again, dropped by Curbelo down the first baseline, and Coleman jogs in to cover and does so successfully. So, Bo Fricks Jr. hit that double off of Arguello to begin the 7th. This is the first time he has seen Coleman. Garrett Schilling and Curbelo trying to call this game. The pitches from Coleman to try to battle with the hottest hitter right now for Montreat. Infield still in for Bluefield with 1 out. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at third and second. 4-4 the score. Comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. He runs out of the baseline and he's out. So, can't do that. It's not field day, and he's going to go back. And Fricks wanted to argue that he could have done that. Curbelo tried to lay down the tag, and he ran about 6 feet out of the baseline. So that's a big strikeout there for Coleman to keep the score tied at 4-4. And now we're going to see a pinch hitter again for Noah Medina. Alex Soto steps up with 2 men in scoring position. Second strikeout for Coleman of this inning. We're in the top of the 8th. 4-4 the score. This is extra innings, folks. 2 men in scoring position. Alex Soto, first time we've seen him today. Wearing number 34. Pitch. Breaks in the dirt. Curbelo throws off the catcher's mask. And it's going to be ball 1. So, Catherine stays at third. Evans at second. Soto at the plate, up in a 1-0 count. Base hit potentially gives Montreat a 2-run lead, at least a 1-run lead. Ball and no strikes. Comes a pitch. Outside and low. Curbelo keeps in front. 2 balls, no strikes. He's trying to go outside and low. Bluefield had their hands on the broomsticks for the sweep, leading 4-3 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, or top of the 7th. The RBI single from Rafael Padilla has changed things. Count at 2-0. Here's the pitch. Outside. And that's ball 3. Got to believe if Curbelo makes that catch, the umpire might call that a strike, with what we've seen today. 3 balls, no strikes. So a ball away from loading up the bases here for Chris Wright. Coleman with a 3-0. Swing and a ground ball foul on a 3-0 down the third baseline. So now 3-1 with a wind starting to gust through that American flag in left field. Coleman in a big spot. Batters count still for Soto at the plate. Go-ahead run at third in Pareda, and Evans is at second. 3-1. Coleman, righty-righty matchup. Pareda leads 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So now a full count. Full count for Coleman. Soto takes a look at the bat, stands back in. Got the DeMarini in the left hand, waves it around, ready with the white batting gloves. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Adjusting the helmet. Coleman with a full count to try to defend here. Here's a 3-2. Swinging a foul ball off the end of the bat, rolls into the Bluefield College dugout. So we'll do it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes. It was pretty late on that pitch. Soto, the pinch hitter. Two men in scoring position, Pareda and Evans. Tie game in extra innings. Another payoff. Swinging a high fly ball, stroke down the left field line. If that one is fair, it is gone, and it is fair. 3-run home run in a pitch hit situation. It's 7-4 Montreat. Soto getting the job done. And now Bluefield has its work cut out for them here in the bottom of the 8th inning. But the top of the 8th still continues. Well, Montreat fired up. Trying to get back on the defensive end for its first win in the conference. And certainly able to fight back and do so here. Coleman had it on 3 balls, 2 strikes, and that one was drilled down the left field line. Here's Chris Wright. First pitch to Wright, who hit a home run today. He fouls it off right side now to play. So it's 7-4 Montreat. Got an 0-1. That's 6 unanswered runs by Montreat. Breaking ball, hums in, strike 2. Now Chris Wright down in the count 0-2. Bluefield will have to try to score 3 runs to extend the game or 4 to win it when they send themselves into the bottom of the 8th, at least right now, and that's if Chris Wright gets out here. No balls, 2 strikes. Comes the 0-2. In the dirt. Ball one. Comeback for Montreat. Bluefield College has already won the series. Rams have led the entire game up to that point in the home run by Soto. That was a 1-2. Outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Even count. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a high fly ball, staying in the ballpark and right. Meach trying to find it in the sky, steps up and makes the grab. So that is it for the top of the 8th. We're on to the bottom of the 8th. In extra innings, Bluefield College down 7-4. Montreat 3 outs away from the comeback victory. So Jonathan Sylvester is now in a win situation. Joseph Cardona into pinch hit for George Corbello. And Corbello finishes the day 0 for 1 with a couple of runs scored off of walks. Bluefield down 7-4. Jonathan Sylvester. Here we are in extra innings. Remember, this is only supposed to be a 7-inning game. We're in the bottom of the 8th now. Bluefield led 4-1 going into the 6th inning. And now it's 7-4 after a 3-run bomb from Soto in the top of the 8th. So that first pitch is high. And what has been so tough for Bluefield and so heartbreaking is the fact that the Rams had Montreat down to its final out, both the 7th and 8th innings, 1-0. And it's high, 2 balls, no strikes. And they're in the bottom or the top of the 7th inning, or make it the 8th. Soto was down to his final strike. He had fouled off that first 3-2, and then, quite frankly, that one looked like it was going to be foul on the home run. Well, it just leaked fair. As the 2-0 is high from Sylvester. 3 balls, no strikes. Rams need 4 to win, 3 to tie. Trying to go for the sweep. They have the 8-9-1 due up. Cardona, first at bat in game 2. He's up in the count 3-0. The pitch shows bunt. That misses. Ball 4. Now Sylvester's going to get a quick talking to. We might see a new pitcher come out of the pen because why not? And for Sylvester, done a pretty good job today. Came in and kept the Rams at bay. After that home run from Wisner off of Marcano, he's already dealt 2 scoreless frames in the 6th and 7th. But both the 7th and now the 8th innings. Bluefield College has gotten the leadoff man aboard. Max Aristi over at first as the courtesy runner for Cardona, who's going to come in to catch. Rams need 4 to win, 3 to tie. Andy Zapsos at the plate. "7-4 the score. No outs, runner at first, pickoff attempt lobbed over there. Not in time. So the Rams have already won the series. They won the first game of the doubleheader today, 13-7. And then in game 2 here, there's been a Montreat comeback. Trying to get the Cavaliers' first win in the conference. First pitch, Zapsos watches it right down Broadway, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. And who would have thought after Bluefield put up 13 runs that this would be the case here in game 2. But Montreat's played a cleaner game. They had 4 errors in that first one. Here's the 0-1. Outside and bounces around. Right can't find it. On to second goes Aristi. Takes a big lead off of second. He's going to stay there after Wright is able to find it down the first baseline. So the count goes to 1-1 on the shortstop. Base hit makes it a 2-run game potentially. Ball to strike with no outs. Wind continues to cool us here at Bowen Field. Ball to strike, no outs. Here's the pitch. It's high, ball 2. Up about chin high to Zapsos. Zapsos a couple of singles today. Also struck out. He did single off of Sylvester in the 6th inning. Here we are against him in the 8th. Sylvester a shoulder shrug. Here comes the 2-1. Swinging a ground ball, shot over to short, backhanded stab there. Throw to first from Medina in time for the first out. But on to third goes Aristi. So Montreat playing with the infield back. They realize only have to surrender 2 runs. Only need 2 more outs. Might as well let Aristi do whatever he wants. So Garcia, a couple of RBIs today. First pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. So it's ball 1. That appeal process almost took as long as a real judicial appeal process. 1 ball, no strikes. Quick 1-0. High and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Nate Cobb on deck. Garcia gets on. He's a potential tying run. Here's a 2-0. Fastball just missed outside and low. 3 balls, no strikes, and Garcia's up in the count. Have to imagine that maybe Sylvester come out after a walk in this one. 3-0. That is low for ball 4. Wow, Montreat has to be absolutely irate with that. That's a 4-pitch walk, and the Rams have the tying run at home plate. Nate Cobb at the plate. High for ball 1. So Bluefield, a grand slam would win it. Nate Cobb with a home run here could tie the game. Runners on the corners. Garcia at first. See if Garcia tries to get cute to go down to second base. Here's the pitch. And there is a strike. That was kind of like the last pitch we saw to Garcia. I think maybe in the same exact spot. Garcia's not complaining, and there's a 1-1 count. Nate Cobb, 2 for 4 on the day. Here's the 1-1. High for ball 2. think that Montreat might be making a change here soon. Sylvester realizes that. Bluefield down by 3. We're in the bottom of the 8th. This is the extra innings. 2-1 count. Sylvester looking home. Here's the pitch. And breaks over the meat of the plate for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sylvester in line for the win for Montreat. Rams still believing with 1 out. Runners on the corners. 2-2. Swinging a foul tip, snagged by Wright, and there is out number 2. Chenard's going to come down to Ozzie Millette. Swing of the bat could tie the game. It's 7-4. Two outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Soto, the hero so far today for Montreat. Pinch hit home run that cleared the left field wall. Millette, 2 for 3. Runner goes, and Garcia, defensive indifference. Wright doesn't even bother throwing it down to second base. They're just worried about Ozzie Millette here. 1 ball, no strikes. Counted 1-0. That's inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 7-4 the score. Montreat leads. They're down to the final out, Bluefield. Rams led 4-1, 6 unanswered for Montreat. Here in the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings. 2-0. Outside, dropped, right. He's going to get to the ball in time to keep Aristi over at third. So 3 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. Will Sylvester, if he walks Millette here, be on the mound for Clay Wisner, who hit a home run earlier in this game. Rams waits a 3-0. It's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So now the potential game-winning run steps up to the plate, and that is going to be it for Sylvester. Bases loaded, 2 outs, extra innings, bottom of the 8th. And now a new man coming in for Montreat. We're going to let him warm up. We'll take a break here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. New pitcher coming in for the Cavs. 1 out away from beating Bluefield in a comeback, but the Rams knocking on the door to try to tie it or take the lead when we come back. Bases are loaded, extra inning baseball here in Bluefield. Rams down to their final out. Chase Swigert now on the mound to try to get the save for Montreat. A 1-out save. Bases are loaded. Home run here would win the game. As the Sidewinder deals inside for ball one. Wisner hit a home run in the fifth. He's got make it 2 RBIs today. Bunted in the seventh inning. Grand slam would win it. Tying run at first. The 1-0. Inside again. 2 balls, no strikes. Inning started off with a walk of Cardona. Aristi is running for him. He's at third. Then Zapsos grounded out to short. Garcia on with a walk. Millette on with a walk. Cobb struck out in there as well. 2-0. Behind him, here comes Aristi. Big bounce at home. Throw back tag. Got him. Oh my goodness, the backstop ricocheting so perfectly for right, and the ball game is over. Montreat avoids the sweep and wins 7-4 here on a Sunday. We're going to be back with Mike White, the head coach of Bluefield College Baseball, talk about the series win, but Montreat wins this one in extra innings 7-4. Final score of Game 2 of the doubleheader. Bluefield drops it into heartbreaker 7-4, but wins the series 2-1. And, Coach, after that last game, a bit disappointing. What did you make of the doubleheader as a whole?
Oh, not bad. We played hard. I mean, and that's one of the things that we talk about. Came out and competed. Got the first one and, played real hard in the second one. Just came up a little short.
Yeah, and it definitely seemed a bit frustrating there. You had them down to their final out in that bottom of the or top of the seventh inning. What's going through your mind right there as Justin Coleman's working through that inning?
He struck that guy out twice. Man, that game's over. We win 4-3. Guy behind the plate blew it twice. Simple as it gets.
Well, tough one there, and definitely understand your sentiment, Coach. But, tough play or a good day as far as offense goes. Clay Wisner doing a great job at the plate. How is he seeing the ball so well?
He puts in Clay comes in and does a lot of hard work and gets his reps on the side, and he's seeing some of the benefits of that and the job he does with Coach Allen. Coach Allen does with him. I mean, it's amazing what he's able to turn these guys around. So I mean, hopefully he'll continue to see it well and reap some of the benefits of that.
3 straight series wins for Bluefield College in the AAC. Is this where you thought you'd be at this point in the season?
No, I think we're ahead, to be perfectly honest with you. I think we're ahead of where we thought we would be. We typically gave one away with Milligan last week, and, I consider kind of giving this one away also.
Right.
So, I mean, realistically, we could be 8-1. But we're not. We're 6-3, and we're happy to be there. I think where we're at in the building stages of the program, it's a place where, I'm not so sure we thought we'd be there right now. So I'm pleased with them, absolutely.
Well, another series win for Bluefield College. Unfortunately, avoid the sweep today with a 7-4 win in extra innings. But the final score of this one, Montreat wins it in 8 innings, 7-4. Going to be back here on Wednesday against West Virginia Tech. He's Mike White. I'm Bailey Engel. Until next time, take it easy, Rams fans.